notes? That's much better, because unlike last time, I don't have anything ready.
Really?
No.
Oh, dude.
I got a few things set up, but you probably have some more in-depth stuff than I do.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, all of this is just Evie.
Good lord.
You told me, like, get prepared this time.
I know. Like, I guess I didn't really... by saying I didn't prepare, it's because I got everything like an iron cage, man.
Yeah,
I got it all set up. I didn't need stills.
I just didn't want to
time.
make sure I forget anything.
All right. Well, everyone, on that note, last time you saw us, I proposed a question. What if every Pokemon worked like Pokemon Trainer? Working title... question no one asked and probably no one ever answered, but hey, we're here for that now. Alright, I say we go through this in order.
Okay.
The theme of it is pretty much what it sounds like. What if every Pokemon was a 3-man team? So I feel we should start with Pikachu.
Pikachu!
Do you want to share your team first?
Sure.
All
So,
right.
for Pikachu, my 3 were Pikachu, Eevee, and Meowth.
That is very similar to mine,
Now,
but I do have some differences.
the one that I said almost was Clefairy.
Okay, we were on the same page on this one. I had Pikachu, Clefairy, and I almost had Eevee because I wanted Team Mascot.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought, you know what, Smash Bros. Could have more cats.
That's fair.
So I went with Meowth. Also because
yeah.
Meowth was originally supposed to be in Smash 64, I believe.
Oh, wow, really?
I think he was a cut character, so I thought, you know, there's potential there.
There you go.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah. So, like, I had it where I thought that Eevee would make more sense because in the Pokemon manga, there was that Eevee that could swap itself between the different evolutions. Use something similar to that so that every evolution is either a special, a smash attack, or, in the case of Espeon, I made Espeon be the grabber.
Okay, so it just like, it is Eevee, but it mimics the abilities of all the other evolutions.
Exactly.
You know, that's brilliant. The only reason I swapped out Eevee with Clefairy is because I couldn't think of a moveset I liked with Eevee, but, you know, that's a good idea involving, like, the evolutions. I just thought, like, what if we did Clefairy and have it focus on the fairy portion?
That's fair.
And also because Clefairy was the original, one of the contenders for mascot with Pikachu. I wonder how that timeline's going where they chose Clefairy instead of Pikachu.
It crashed and burned.
You think it crashed and burned? You don't think
Clefairy's
Clefairy would have been iconic?
Yeah. Because, like, Meowth I think Meowth should be the third one.
Absolutely. I agree with that one. So, yeah, let us know immediately on that one if you have more you want to share about Meowth. Who do you think was the better team? Pikachu, Eevee, and Meowth? Or my team of Pikachu, Clefairy, and Meowth? Or do you have something you think's better?
I actually like the 3 that I came up with. Like, I thought Eevee would work perfectly.
I really like your Evolution moveset idea.
Yeah.
What was your moveset idea for Meowth?
Meowth was, again, that focusing on, like, using Payday and everything. So, like, give him a kind of extended hitbox smash, forward smash, where he's throwing a coin and it can explode or something. Like a Lucky Cat.
I also liked the idea of, like, the alts for Meowth being, like, the other regional variants.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's perfect.
It just seemed, Meowth really seemed to write himself.
Oh, yeah.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, following the rules, I have a team, and then in my heart of hearts, I have a team. So in my heart of hearts, I wanted Jigglypuff, Screamtail, and then a future variant of Jigglypuff, like Iron Balloon or something.
Oh, okay. You wanted to create a new paradox.
My heart of
to have
hearts,
3
that
different
is what I wanted.
Jigglypuffs.
But I decided to stick with the rules, not make anybody new, use who we have, and I chose Jigglypuff, Meryl, and specifically Hisuian Voltorb.
All right. Please explain the Hisuian Voltorb. I'm very interested in knowing that one.
Air, Earth, and water. So you got a water balloon, you have an air balloon, and you have...
Earth Ball.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, grass.
Please explain to me how you expect the Hisuian Voltorb's moveset to work.
Pretty much, like... rolling around,
Uh-huh.
being an annoyance.
Mm-hmm.
Smash attacks would probably come pretty easily. Let it, use
You know,
Vine
it
Whip.
could use electricity. Oh, yeah, it's part grass.
Yeah, grass and
All right.
electric.
You know what? If they can make Piranha Plant work,
They could make
they can make an actual ball work.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Meryl was actually one of my contenders for the Pikachu team.
Really?
Because of the whole
Peekaboo?
Peekaboo of the days past.
I love it.
For any of
Yes.
you who remember that. My Jigglypuff team went a very different route. I decided to focus on the music aspect.
Oh, I like that.
So I did Jigglypuff, Toxtricity,
Ooh.
and then there were a lot of Pokemon I had to choose from because
that's
I was
hard.
looking through contenders because there was Kricketune, Maractus, Ludicolo, Obstagoon, and Obstagoon was just cut out because I only wanted I didn't want to have two Galar Pokemon on
Two
one
big
team.
guys, yeah.
Ooh,
Can I guess? I think I maybe know.
you think you know who I ended up picking?
Did you go with Meloetta?
I did go with Meloetta.
Yeah!
I went with Meloetta because I was like, this seems like a good 3-person team. Full music. I specifically, rather than having Meloetta have 2 different forms, I wanted to focus on the fighting type form. I can't remember what its name is, but the one that had the ballerina one.
Yeah.
That's what I thought worked for me.
I like that. That is a lot solid.
I thought make it focused around music was for how I set up my Jigglypuff team.
Yeah, I like that concept. I think that actually works out better because just the ball concept. I like the idea of the balloon concept, but Earth balloon.
I actually almost went with a balloon concept too.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find a way I liked it because one of my contenders was either Drifloon or Drifblim.
Oh.
And I was like, I can't really think of a third thing that's balloon enough for me.
No, that's fair.
I never considered Meryl to be a water balloon.
Yeah.
So, you got pretty creative with that one. So that was my theming for that one.
Pichu!
You go first this time.
All right, so my philosophy for Pichu was Pichu's a baby Pokemon, so we should pick more baby Pokemon. And I have 2 team layouts.
All right.
One that is more Pichu.
Uh-huh.
If you'll know what I mean when I explain it. And one that's let's make Pichu more viable.
Okay, that's fair.
So the more Pichu one I'm talking about is by just, Pichu, let's face it, is just worse Pikachu.
Exactly.
In the game.
Yep.
So I figured, what if we make his team just more into that and add Riolu for worse Lucario and Igglybuff for worse Jigglypuff and just make it a why pick this option altogether?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I like that.
So that was my funny one. But my team for trying to make it viable, I looked through all the baby Pokemon, and just to make it viable, one that I added was Munchlax, just because that seemed like a good way to add a heavy to the character, to try to add some balance. And I looked at a lot of other ones, because, there was Magby. Elekid I wanted, but I put out because it was then 2 electrics on one team.
Type, yeah.
I looked at Tyrogue, and I was like, that could be a fun big hitter because Pichu lacks power too. So then Munchlax could be the weight, and Tyrogue could be the heavy hitter.
Right.
And I think that's mostly where I landed on that one. I kind of was like, all right, let's do Tyrogue and Munchlax with Pichu.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
I was just like, that's because Pichu's thing is already about it's fast.
Mm-hmm.
So now it has someone that has power and someone that has defense on the team.
Yeah.
So that's how I thought of let's try to make Pichu more viable.
I like that. I think that's a pretty good concept.
All right. So how did you design your Pichu?
I also went the route of let's add babies to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided on Pichu, Igglybuff, and Mew. Yeah.
Consider Mew the baby?
Mew is the baby of Mewtwo. Igglybuff is the baby of Jigglypuff. And
oh,
then Pichu,
you went with the same concept, except just scaled up, because I didn't consider using Mew in place of Mewtwo for anything.
Because technically, right?
I mean, kinda. Technically Mewtwo is the baby of Mew. Right. Yeah, technicality.
But I figured like a baby league of those three.
You also made a baby league team. All right, let us know which of those teams you like best, or if you have other ideas as well. Same with the other ones. Do it for all of these.
Yeah.
I want to hear everyone's thoughts.
Yeah.
You too.
This one's less creative than I think it is, because on our last video where we did every Pokemon trainer, someone actually, I got some people to share what they would do already for if every Pokemon worked in the three-man team, and a lot of people's Mewtwo ones were similar to mine.
Okay.
They got one of the two guys I wanted to add immediately.
That's fair.
So my team for Mewtwo is to add on Genesect and Silvally.
Ooh, okay.
My idea behind the team is very simple. All of them were man-made Pokemon with the intent of being suited for battle.
That is... I didn't come at it from that angle, but I really like that. Because, like, Mewtwo is kind of weird and floaty, but I could see, like, Genesect being weird, but, like, sturdy. Mm-hmm. And then Silvally, that one just, like, leaves a lot open with the Arceus drive.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, like
that's a
what I was
really
like. What if we
good.
gave it like a little bit of like a Shulk concept on
Yeah.
Silvally in changing like its type?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't add all 18 types, but
Right.
just my rough draft idea was like, what if we just add like 3 drives, one for like offense, one for defense, and one for speed.
Right.
So it's like its moveset stays the same each time, but the different flavor of type for what it is.
Right.
And
I guess forward smash gains a fire property, and it
does more damage. Whereas like if you do like a speed one, I figured maybe like electric, and it's just like same attack, same range,
comes out
just
a little
faster.
Yeah.
Less power.
I like that. That's a pretty good one. I also went the idea of giving it beefy allies, and I instead went for legendaries, like other legendaries, and the ones that I settled on were Mewtwo, Darkrai, and Zeraora.
Darkrai and Zeraora, okay.
Yeah. Because I figure, same thing, Mewtwo is floaty and weird, projectiles and all that, kind of like a weird keep away. Give me a guy that is like a Little Mac rushdown style, and Darkrai, who is more about like zoning, like keeping away, having more extended specials that, maybe even put enemies to sleep. Like what Jigglypuff
yeah, that's
does.
what I would be thinking. Like attacks that can put people to sleep.
Yeah.
If you had a Darkrai one. Man, Darkrai would be fun to play as.
Right? Give me them weird little legs it has.
I almost added Deoxys or Mew to the Mewtwo team, but I was just like, I don't want more psychic types.
Deoxys was like right there.
Deoxys was a strong contender.
Lucario.
Okay.
You gotta go first on this one?
Yeah.
You seem excited on this one.
The concept of characters that we have in Smash are usually good guy, bad guy, maybe another bad guy, but usually a good guy. So we have just Pokemon. There's no like, here's a good Pokemon, here's a bad Pokemon. So let's give a player character and then an enemy character. Maybe a champion. I just want Cynthia to be straight up in the game.
Okay.
So her 3 consistent ones that are always on her team, that don't get swapped off in between games or anything, Lucario, Garchomp, and Spiritomb.
You went in much greater detail than I.
So,
Because now I feel like mine's kind of basic in what everyone would pick.
yeah.
But that's a good idea. So rather than just like adding a 2-man team to Lucario, you would want Cynthia as a character.
Yep.
And those be your 3 Poke. That's good.
Because, like, think about it. When it comes to champions, people usually go like, Cynthia, Steven, and then, it just kind of peters out. You think Blue, you think, I don't even remember, not Drake, but you see exactly what I'm going for. Not really memorable.
See, right there, right now, I already know you're not talking about memorability because Drake wasn't a champion.
There you go. But
I think you're thinking
Cynthia?
of Lance.
Lance. That's his name. See? that loser got it just by, like, Red walked off and was like, well,
That
I guess
really
I'm
is
the
kinda
champion.
true. He really, like... I don't know what happened between Kanto and Johto, but
Mm-hmm.
Lance kind of just, like, I think we became champion
Assumed
by default.
title, yeah. But you see, like, Cynthia just, like, fits. Put her theme in there. Go ahead and, like, just Garchomp, heavy, land-based. Let him do a move where he dashes underground to get some invincibility frames and pop up and does, like, a big smash attack.
And Garchomp would be cool in Smash, actually. So,
And then, like, Spiritomb is kind of weird. Like, make him kind of slow to move around, make him more defensive.
I mean, his odd keystone could just be like Piranha Plant's pipe waddling around.
But yeah, that's where I was, and I was really proud of that idea.
I feel like that team's going to win this one. My idea was actually simply just add Zoroark and Zero Aura.
Okay, so, like, I had Zoroark, like, that was, like, my beginning stage was, like, Lucario, Zoroark, and I couldn't think of a third one.
Yeah, I put Zero Aura on because I thought, like, the three of them, I could see reasonably fitting on a team together.
Yeah.
Lucario's still working exactly how it does. Just,
Right.
like, more damage he takes, more damage he deals.
Yep.
I wanted Zoroark as, like, a big trickery character. I couldn't think of a way for the illusion effect to work.
Yeah.
And then, like, honestly, Zoroark, you already kind of laid down. That's exactly how I pictured it.
Rush down,
like
Little
Rush
Mac.
down, Little Mac style character. This was really solid. Like, jeez, how is my team gonna compete with that?
That's where my mind just went, and I just had, I took it, and I had to go with it.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Greninja did come next. I just wanted to see if you were gonna consider building a Charizard team.
So,
because they did separate for a bit.
Exactly. If I were to, and this is completely like a blind thought process, the thing that sticks in my mind most would be using the X and Y Mega Evolutions. So, like, give me the X, give me the Y, and make it, instead of, like, you swap between characters with, like, a down B, make it like a Shulk, where you have less power in the Y version. Like, less smash power, but you do more damage. Mithra and Pyra kind of
Are you just doing Oops All Charizards? Or are you
Exactly.
just making...
Oops All Charizards. Exactly.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I actually didn't come up with a team for the idea of Charizard being solo,
well,
because I literally just remembered it right now.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So that's why I was like, oh man, I was just planning on going straight to Greninja, but Charizard separated for a bit. Do I give him a team? So I didn't. I don't have anything worked out for him.
Okay, but that would be my idea. Make a Mithra Pyra with, like, a middle that's just middle of the ground. You can swap over to either one. That kind of deal.
Works for me. I have no argument because I didn't come up with anything. I have
By default!
I have no counterpoint. By default, the sweetest form of victory.
Exactly.
Right next to technicality.
I love technicalities.
Greninja.
This one, I have to admit, was probably my weakest.
Yeah?
I went with the concept of the thief, mage, and warrior trope that they used when they were building the actual starters. But I kind of flipped it and inverted it on itself. So I can't get rid of Greninja. He has to say, so he's the thief.
Right.
But, like, Ninja is kind of, like, weird enough for thief that, like, okay, that works. I took Aegislash to be the warrior.
Okay.
So kind of like an undead...
I knew Aegislash was
Aegislash
going to come up in this.
had to come
I
up,
knew
dude.
you were going to bring up Aegislash.
He's so cool. He's so cool. Like, focus less on him, attacking as the sword, but using the shield more. I think that would be totally awesome. And then for the mage, I went with kind of like a necromancer feel, and I grabbed Malamar.
Oh my god. All
Like
right.
a weird, evil, alien, eldritch kind of feel.
All right. That's a solid pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My Greninja team, I went full focus on the ninja concept.
Yeah.
And as hard as I did try to not have, like, Pokemon from the same gen on teams, I couldn't help but do it on this one.
It happens.
Just because I got really weird with it.
Ooh.
Ready? All right. On Greninja's team, Ninjask and Shiftry.
Ooh.
what I put.
No, dude. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty solid.
Yeah, as far as
I was
ninjas
actually
go,
pretty
yeah.
happy with that one. One comment I got said focusing on like someone had a ninja theme too,
Yeah.
but their ninja theme didn't like follow like Pokemon that are like ninja tropes
coded.
or like shiftery that's like Japanese theater samurai
Kabuki
coded
feel,
kind of
yeah.
thing. They were on the side of ninjas in Pokemon games tend to use poison type Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I had people putting poison Pokemon on their Greninja team, and I was like, man, should I be putting like poison Pokemon? And I was like, no, I want Ninjask and I want
Shiftry.
Shiftry in
Yeah.
there.
That's solid. I like that.
Incineroar!
What is your Incineroar team?
Incineroar is a wrestler.
That's right.
We need more wrestlers.
That's right. This is
So
where I went.
I
know
grabbed
what's about to happen.
Incineroar. I grabbed Halucha.
Yep.
And this one's going to get you. Because
Is
I almost believe. Go ahead. Tell me what you're going to say.
All right. My third one was Hariyama.
Oh, that's so solid. I took Beware.
Beware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically, I want Beware to be like Undertaker coded. Like, I want a Beware in a trench coat walking around, no selling hits. Like, not hyper armor, but hyper armor. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. Yeah, my concept was let's make a team where each one's a different type of wrestling.
Yeah.
So, we are Incineroar, obviously, and then Halucha as the luchador.
Yep.
And then I was like, all right, Hariyama for sumo wrestling. That's a team.
Yeah. Because, like, my thought process was Incineroar is kind of like, his big thing is the countering. Like, you counter against him, he gets buffed, and he uses that to attack. Halucha, I had almost the exact opposite idea.
I made him very aerial.
Aerial based, and then instead of him using like counters, have him use like dodges. Like if you attack him while he's in this dodge, he grabs a hold of you and does like the Kirby aerial just
Suplexing and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The big thing was, you remember how Bowser's side B worked in like Melee? Where if you were close enough, it would grab, but if you were a little bit more disjointed, it would just do a swipe and send you directly flying up.
I actually forgot about that.
I figured that would work as a concept.
I'm afraid to play Melee again because it's been so long that it's going to be an entirely different game.
Oh, I picked it up, and it has been a process to remember. Because like, there's no input buffers, there's nothing like that.
I would have to relearn it from step one.
Oh yeah, dude, it is a nightmare if you're not used to it.
Oh god.
But yeah, like the Halucha with a side B, that if you're close enough, it's just an immediate grab into a ground pound. But if it's further away, it's like Fox or Falco's side B, where it's a dash across and it's a slash.
All right.
And then Beware, just walking around, slow as hell.
Being a menace.
Just menacing, bullying.
The new slowest walk speed character.
Exactly. Full sell.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Oh, with Hariyama, I just wanted him to be very good at launching. Just because his Pokedex entry is about how like he can
throw things good.
Yeah. So like he was going to be a very heavy I wanted him to be sturdy because, again, sumo wrestling is, like, hard to move him, but good at moving you.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Halucha is very aerial-based, obviously. We've covered Halucha pretty well, but yeah. So please go ahead in the comments and let us know which teams you liked best, if you were to put them as a three-man team in Smash, like Pokemon Trainer. And please, of course, share your teams in the comments as well. I got a few of you to share teams in the previous video with every Pokemon Trainer, but now I want to hear more.
Right.
More. And if you desire it, I think we can get even more wild.
Really?
Because I'm not sure if I really want to commit to this one yet. But now I want to go into discussions of what if every character in Smash worked like Pokemon Trainer. Probably would have to be multiple parts.
Ooh.
What if we were to get really, really wild with it?
Yeah, dude, that one
That one would be hard. Because, like, I'd have to divide that one into parts. We'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, let's start with Mario characters and go
Yeah.
down the list.
Mario, here's some Metroid and Donkey Kong characters together. We could, dude. That, like, we definitely
We could. It'd be a little wild.
Yep.
And it'd also be a question no one asked because I don't know. Because why would they?
Yeah.
But I dare to go where no one. I dare to be the answer to a question nobody asked.
No one treads here because it's been stated it's a bad idea. But here I am, breaking new ground.
But here I am, breaking new grounds that no one wanted.
I like it. Yeah, I'm down for it.
Oh, but please let us know if that's something you're interested. Smash the like button, hit subscribe so that we can continue having weird discussions like this.
Hell yeah.
Anything you want to add?
I'm good. That seems
I don't
good.
know. I don't know what kind of segue I wanted to go into here, so we'll just close out with "Love you." Minute. Click. Ain't that just a hoot?
Solid. Dude, I liked your concepts. Like, the ninja concept, that's actually, like, you never, like, sit there and think about it. Like, oh, we could do other ninjas.
Yeah, other ninjas. I like the Jigglypuff music one.
That's honestly, like...
So my
really,
favorite
really
of yours
solid.
was the Cynthia thing. I just want to know.
Yeah.
What was your favorite of mine? What did you like best?
I want to say that it was definitely the music one. Because,
The
like,
music
I
one?
completely forgot that, like, Jigglypuff was, like, something... Like, Jigglypuff started out with music. Like, in the anime, it was a musical Jigglypuff.
Mm-hmm.
In the game, you have sing. It just works out
It
perfectly.
just works.
It just works. Put Primarina in there, though.
Primarina? Nah, I really do not like looking at Primarina. Its design bothers me.